Hi everybody, this is Kyle with Time to Back Out Productions. We are here on production vlog days 14 and 15 is what we're going to summarize today. So, a quick update, Ryan Fox and I have still been Skyping. We Skyped our last two sessions. We're about done with the first act. We went a little bit longer than we wanted to, so we'll probably have to go back and trim some of that later. You can see Kendra making funny faces here. She's kind of going to be my official, unofficial partner from now on, so she's going to help me out today, because what we're going to talk about today is the anatomy of a scene. Now, unfortunately, put that down, Kendra, or throw it. There you go. Okay. Unfortunately, Kendra, as you can see, colored these in very nicely, but I forgot on selfie mode that this is going to read backwards, so flip it around, and there you go, now it's scene. Anyway. Okay, so the first thing that we want to talk about as far as the scene goes, because we just got done writing a pretty heavy scene screenplay, is you have to figure out what's the point, okay? Toss it. What's the point of the scene, okay? Is this a character development scene? Is this a scene to further the plot, or is it sort of just a transitional scene? You have to figure it out. Obviously, character development is good, and that's something that you want to have in there, and you also want to further the plot. It's sort of a fine line that you have to walk with both of them at the same time. So if you have too much character development, you're not going to further the plot, and if there's too much plot, you're not going to develop your characters, and nobody's going to care about them. So it's something to look at, and then as well as in each scene, you want to sort of have goals as far as the story is concerned. And you know, as we mentioned earlier on day one, we talk about the log line, so you want to make sure that each scene goes back and refers to that log line that we discussed before. So if that scene doesn't align with that, you want to change it. And as far as goals go, I mean, we set up our beat sheet and our outline, and those were relatively early on. And as far as the outline goes in the beat sheet, you want to make sure you hit all those points, so each scene has its own little sort of mini goal to it. So that's when we're talking about what's the point of the scene. You want to make sure that it does pertain to the movie and it has some sort of reason for being there. So, Kendra, next one, please. A little lower. There you go. Conflict. Okay? You want to have conflict in the scene. Toss it. There you go. Alright. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have a scene where two people agree on everything and they're just sitting there and they're friends, unless you're trying to develop their characters and, you know, the fact that they're friends, you know, it's a pretty boring scene. So you want to make sure, you know, each character goes in wanting something from the other character and maybe not getting it. So you want that conflict, and maybe even the main character not arriving at the goal that they wanted, which will lead to more conflict in the movie. Kendra. Kendra, next one, please. Okay, flow. Toss it. Yeah. So, it's something, and I read a couple online things, and I've read books about the anatomy of a scene, things like that. And one thing that they've said in not so many words is flow. You want to flow from one scene to the other. So if you have a really sad scene, hey, if you have a really sad scene and you just jump to the character being happy in the next scene, it's not really going to make much sense, is it? Unless, you know, they end the scene that, you know, there's some sort of resolution with that sadness. So you want to have that transitional scene, which is what I mentioned before, in between maybe the sad and the happy scene to show you that, you know, they went from sad to happy for whatever reason. So when you're coming up with scenes, just make sure that you keep all of those things in mind. To end this production vlog, we are going to continue writing each week. I know I promised you guys a session with Steel to follow up on that mic check a few rounds back, so we're going to make sure that we do that at some point. And the music used for this round was by a band called Sunset North, the Lehigh Valley based band. Lead singer Warren North, a basic friend of mine, and I asked him if he could use some of his music, and he was nice enough to do that. So that's what you would have heard in the beginning, and we will post all of his information and Sunset North information so you guys can see information about the band. So as always, visit our website, ttboproductions.com. When you go there, you can find links to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, as well as a link to register for our email, where each week we give you guys a royalty-free track. You can download it, use it for what you want, put it in your movie, you know, alter it, change it, do whatever you want. It's our little gift to you for signing up for our email and following along with us. And really, it's just music that we had in our other movies, short films, feature films, that kind of thing, that we're not doing with any, you know, we're not doing anything with it right now. So, you know, feel free to use it. So, that's about it for this week, and, you know, hope you guys have a good day.